Can you tap me a pound?
Yeah, I'll tap you a pound.
Thank you.
This is good. This is good.
Welcome to the
How was that in it?
This is good radio.
Welcome to the podcast. I
Welcome
smoke
to
crack
the
cocaine.
podcast.
I'm your boy. That's your boy. This is part 2.5 because this probably isn't a full episode. But still, we're out here. We're getting ran over. We're in front of Pizza Hut. You've ever been to Pizza Hut?
That guy must have a small penis.
You've ever been to Pizza Hut? He's got a small cock because his car's shite.
No, because his car's good.
£8 in total got you.
Got a selfie stick.
Podcast number 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way too wasted 3.
Jeez! Look at that. Big Cliff. Big Cliff Richard. There you go. Tesco.
Yeah.
Tesco. Right there. Got the bikes.
Got to talk about a massive loss to the world that's happened this week.
DMX.
DMX has died.
Fuck.
There's no other way around it. There's
Age
no other
50.
way of saying it.
Prince Philip had it coming. 99 years old.
He's
Had it
also-
coming.
He's also racist.
And he was, a lot of us are racist. Racism is okay as long as you're old. Everybody knows the rules. But the thing is with DMX, he wasn't racist. He loved
racist, no.
He loved Jesus. He had a thing about Jesus. We met a woman.
Yeah.
We were talking about how the Bible basically permits you to be a paedophile,
Yeah. I was joking about it. I wasn't taking it literally.
but that's what it does.
Yeah.
That's what it says. So if you're a Christian, you're a nonce. Everybody knows
I
that.
was making a joke, and then she was like, "Oh, we're just conversing about Jesus," and I was like, "Oh yeah."
She was like,
She was
what was it? Sincerely or in passing conversation?
Sincerely.
I was like, oh, sincerely.
Yeah.
I was part of the Joe, and I was like, he was just at church. He was like, so was I.
Keep the
We
faith.
were really keep the faith. She went, amen. So I'm feeling a bit blessed right now, even though I don't believe in any of it. I still feel the power of God.
I reckon we move location to beach.
We move location to beach.
Yeah.
I'll give you a little panorama. I'll switch the camera. That just took a picture. Fuck. I can't switch the camera, but. Sheesh! Look at the view. Look at the view. Look at that view. We'll see you at beach.
We decided to move over to beach, thinking it was a relaxed location, but what we've found is disgusting, really. Some people have been having some sort of, I think you can only describe it as a party over here, you know.
It's a lockdown party as well, so.
They've had some Skittles, a can of Monster Energy,
3 times bigger Skittles.
3 times, but a lot of Skittles.
None of
That's
your pussy shit.
a lot of sugar. They're going to have a big sugar
They're
rush.
gonna have a massive sugar rush.
They've got a bottle of Mountain Dew over here. That's lots of caffeine in it.
That's the Citrus Blast one. It's
disgusting.
Energetic, everybody knows that.
And if that wasn't bad enough, they've got a soda in the river.
Got a little Coca-Cola in there.
A soda pop.
Sponsored.
And you'll never get to this one. This is where
we draw the fucking line.
This is where we draw the line. This is where, you know, a friendly party turns into real seriousness. Got 1 can of Strongbow Dark Fruit.
Piss heads.
It's actually disgusting.
Not only that, but they've been eating fucking vegetables.
Exactly.
Disgusting vegetables.
Not even good vegetables too.
natural ones.
It's disgusting, really.
Scumbags.
Disgusting.
Can't even skip my stones in my favourite stone skipping spot.
They're just disrespecting our cathedral.
This is our place of worship.
This is our place of worship of this podcast.
It's also snowing.
Yeah, it's snowing
For some
somehow.
God awful.
I was out this morning. It was boiling. It was good weather, and somehow it's snowing now. But
I
yeah,
know. I stayed in so I could do my work for my apprenticeship, and now it's snowing.
I think another location change is on the cards now.
Possibly, if it keeps up.
If it keeps up, but
that gives the viewers something to look forward to.
we're okay for just now, eh?
We're okay for just now. I've got my hood up. Everybody knows. I'll show you a sick shot of the snow. You can see it. This is the spot. This is where the hooligans congregate.
I reckon we knock it down there.
We knock it down here? We knock it down here, buddy?
Yeah.
There's some black people music in the background, so be careful, because the white boys, when they listen to that rap, they can't help it.
They listen to Eminem, they go in a rage and they go mental.
It's like they've just done like a massive pipe of meth.
Anyway, how was your weekend, Rory? What were you up to?
What was I up to? Oh, that's a good question. We were breaking COVID restriction laws.
Not really. You know,
Not
we were
really.
social distanced.
We
We
were social
were out
distance,
on Friday having a wee bit of a good time. Socially
drinking with our
distanced.
masks on.
Yeah.
Drinking
What
through
did
our
you,
masks.
what, how was your Saturday?
My Saturday was I woke up rough.
It's a bad start to the day.
What else did I do? I built a fence. I built a
Nice one.
fence in my house, and it was pretty wild. It was a
Nice.
pretty wild fence. It's a big one, so our neighbours can't talk to us.
I painted a fence this morning. I had paint all over my face.
They look like Rambo. You
But-
should see it. I will attach an image.
We'll definitely not. We're not going to go through that effort.
Yeah,
If
because
you
the
look at-
paint's gone now anyway.
Yeah. If you look at the weather here,
Smells like weed.
that's heinous crime.
Heinous.
You wouldn't expect that this morning it was boiling, the sun
That's
and
true.
everything.
It was
class.
looking positive, but the weather is looking up. In
Definitely.
3 days, it will be 13 degrees midday. At the moment, it's 4.
Well,
and
last
we're
night,
still warm. It does smell like marijuana though.
yeah, it's a terrible smell.
I hate dirty, filthy pot smokers.
Yeah. Well, last night what I did is I sort of had my dinner, had sort of chill one, watched the documentary, watched Max Today, heard a lot of the news about Prince Philip. It's like bloody North Korea with all this stuff. Constant, isn't it?
It's bloody North Korea. It's just like when Donald Trump was the president. They wouldn't shut up about him,
Yeah, I know.
and now they don't want to shut up about fucking Prince Philip. He's dead. He's 99.
Yeah, I know.
He was
Yeah.
fucking 99.
It's not as if
a big deal.
it's like 120,000 people died of COVID. That is what we should be mourning. That's what we should have a minute's silence for. The nurses who are working hard and all that, that's what we should be remembering.
We've done that though. Fuck the nurses. They've had their bit.
Not a 99-year-old man who was racist, who was pretty much
I'm racist.
who was pretty much on a glorified version of the dole.
Yeah, honestly, that's true.
I
It's
did
like
nothing.
a really high stakes dole.
He made this Duke of Edinburgh, which was meant to be for working class people, ended up just being
It's not.
not. It was just like the richest people who ended up doing this.
It was for big money, old money even.
Yeah,
So my mum did it.
I did do it. It was brutal.
Yeah, I haven't done it.
Yeah.
Here's a fun little one. This is just to prove to you how much fucking smackheads live here. This right here. This is for heroin.
I don't know what that is. I think that's crack.
I think that's a crack
I
pipe.
think they were doing some crack over
What's
here.
the verdict, guys? Post in the comments down below if this what this
Yeah.
is for. We
Is that
think
for
it's
crack? Is it?
I think it's drug paraphernalia.
I think it's a tool for underage sex prop, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe it's to tighten the scrotum.
But yeah,
Maybe it's a gay thing. We don't know about that because we're not gay.
yeah, definitely.
We're definitely not gay.
No, but
That's why it's such a thing. A big deal. We don't know what it is.
Prince Charles stuff is just mental though. Like everyone sort of thought he's been dead for the last 20 years. It's like the news come out, oh, Prince Philip's dead. No shit. Was anyone surprised?
Yeah, I didn't even think Prince Philip was still like breathing. I heard he was in a car crash. I thought he died.
Yeah. Yeah. I tell you what.
It's not really news.
Yeah, it's not news at all.
You know, I'm not against the monarchy. I'm not for the monarchy either.
I'm
but
again. Well,
The
what?
idea is he's an old fucking guy.
Yeah.
Why is it such a big deal? You know what is a tragedy though? The dad from Friday Night Dinner, Paul Ritter.
Oh
I
my
think that's what
god.
his name is.
I was honestly in tears of that.
54?
54.
Yeah.
That was really sad.
I can't help but smile when I hear about death. So, don't mind me.
DMX was the worst though.
DMX
DMX
was a
hit
fuck
me
one.
hard. Yeah. That was a
he made
hard
some
one
good
to take.
music. I like
He
the way
did.
he shouted at stuff.
Yeah, he was a good guy. He was
And
a
he was
funny
on
guy.
Dr. Phil as well.
He was a great guy.
I'll attach a clip. No, I won't.
No, we're not going to bother with all that editing and stuff.
50 subscribers and we'll start editing.
Yeah, 50 subscribers and we'll cut the clips. We might put a wee bit of music in for about 20
Get
seconds.
some lo-fi
That's how much we're willing to stretch our
100 subscribers.
video capabilities. 100 subscribers.
and we'll edit the videos.
100 subscribers and we'll spend more than 5 minutes editing the videos.
We'll put a timer on. Don't you worry, you'll get your money's worth. Just subscribe. Subscribe for editing. Subscribe for effort.
Yeah.
But what's good is The fucking Friday Night Dinner.
Oh my
The
god.
guy, the son, the guy that was in what do you call it? The In-Betweeners. Brings me on to the next subject, In-Betweeners.
Yeah.
Is it good? Do we like the In-Betweeners?
The In-Betweeners is fantastic.
The In-Betweeners is fantastic. That's the general consensus.
Everyone, when you're a teenager and you've not watched that, I don't even know
That's true.
where your mind is.
If you're 16, 15 right now and you haven't watched the In-Betweeners, watch the In-Betweeners. Because you'll speak to you more than ever, especially if you've
Absolutely.
had unprotected sex with multiple partners.
Yeah. Or Skins is another one.
Skins is so good. That's really good if you've also had multiple unprotected sexual encounters with multiple partners.
Skins is probably not really realistic, but
Yeah, it's like if Emmerdale mixed with Hollyoaks mixed with In-Betweeners. Really.
yeah, pretty much.
It's just
but it's a
really
good show
fucking
anyway.
dramatic, and
It's
everybody's
very
such a
dramatic.
bitch.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm Cassie, I'm spastic, I'm broken in the fucking head.
Yeah, that show actually made me angry because I wanted to be like to these people. What you doing?
Yeah, I know. You wanted to tell them like
Said as
you're
well.
acting like a sped.
They all just acted like. I think that's must be what they were trying to do because it just made me angry. Like I didn't really like the people on it. I was just angry at them.
That reminds me of Peep Show. If you've ever watched Peep Show, that's one of the most frustrating programs to watch because they're just so fucking dumb and they
Yeah.
fuck up everything. It's like I think the best viewing experiences are the ones where you're genuinely frustrated for the characters
Yeah, I know.
and you
then
get into it.
and then eventually when they finally understand how they should do something or talk to someone and it works out for them, the relief is just great.
Yeah. At the end of it always turns out good. That's the good bit. That's what gets you hooked on the characters and the storyline.
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes it's a character you actually relate to and you actually like.
Yeah, you pick one out of the group and you're like, I'm ready for this.
That's
guy.
me. That's me. You actually you
Yeah.
like think, oh, that's what I'd be like, but it's nothing like what you'd be like at all. It's like what you'd be like, but a better version of you.
Yeah,
pretty
it's
much.
like you see the way they fuck up, and like you fuck up the same way, and you kind of sympathise with them.
Yeah.
Like you see them and you go, oh, that's something I'd probably end up doing, and maybe you just see the best and worst parts in you and them, and that's what makes good TV, folks. That's why we're so. That's why we've got how many subscribers now? 25, 200 million.
You've got about. Yeah, we've got about 1,000.
That's why we've got 1,000 subscribers right
Yeah.
now, but we're still not going to edit. How many subscribers can we get without editing a single video?
We'll start editing when we start making money.
That's true.
Yeah.
Pay us.
Pay us.
Patreon in the
YouTube spend.
description.
Pay us.
What
Pay
was I
us.
talking about?
I'm not. We're talking about TV shows.
Yeah, no. After that, I was talking about the 1,000 subscribers or whatever.
Yeah.
It's because we're relatable. We're very relatable. People,
Definitely.
me and you.
Did you see? I watched the Neil deGrasse. Well, I listened to the Neil deGrasse Tyson with Joe Rogan.
That was
and
a good one. They talk about black holes and everything.
Yeah, it was a good one, but Neil deGrasse Tyson was the worst. It's the same with a lot of people. He understands his topic. He's very good at his topic, but it's when he talks to other people, he's just so bad. But
Doesn't shut up
interrupts.
about it.
Yeah, and then Joe would be
have
like,
you seen the compilation?
Yeah.
Of like Neil deGrasse or Joe Rogan getting interrupted.
Yeah.
And he just sits there and he sits with the same posture and he just looks at them and lets them talk.
he'd be like mid-question, and then Neil starts going on.
Yeah.
I really hope I'm not like that.
Oh, definitely. No, I know. I know from experience talking to you, you're not like that. So it's all
Yeah,
good.
thankfully.
It's a fucking horrible trait to have is not shutting up and like especially there's a difference between talking too much and like genuinely just being a cunt and cutting people off.
Yeah, I think it's the same with a lot of things. Like people will be good at one thing and then be bad at another. Like Kevin Hart, when you watch his movies, he's funny in movies. I really like him, but his stand-up comedy is horrific. Did you see his
Terrible.
stand-up?
Yeah.
He was joking
He
about
does shout a
pizza,
lot.
and like he was like, "Oh, we had too many pizzas." He was talking about he had COVID, and he was like, "Oh, I had the vid, so I had the vid," and everyone's like, "Oh, is that a joke?" Like everyone just starts.
This is
just
the
like,
part where you laugh.
Yeah.
He's not the funniest. His films are quite good. It's like I was watching Fun One, right? Russell Brand, Messiah Complex. His stand-up is really good.
Yeah.
It blends in his ideas of the world and people, human behaviour, and his idols and everything, and then mixes it in with a lot of self-deprecation comedy, looking back on life and stuff like that. It's a really, really good watch if you like characters like Joe Rogan, and if you like kind of psychedelic people, like hippies and shit, then you'll like, or like big thinkers, you'll like that. I used to think Russell Brand was an arsehole, but his stuff's really good now ever since he got off the smack.
Yeah, Bill Barr is my favourite comedian.
You think so? I find him good, but
his 2017 show in London was phenomenal. It was so funny. He had a talk at Saturday Night Live about how white women were taking over the woke women wearing Gucci shoes, which I found hilarious. You should go and check that out. But
what about the
his
Gucci
comedy's
shoes?
great.
Why is that? Wait, what's the relevance of the Gucci shoes?
Oh, because it's just saying that all these rich women are talking about like how black women, how rich white women from privileged backgrounds were taking the side of all these social justice things, and how they were the ones who were sitting next to the men when they were making all the money and all the empire, looking after them, and then they're acting as if they were the victim. Yeah. Honestly, I'd like to be a house husband, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think we all would.
Yeah,
Just like, I don't care about being alpha. I don't really want to do much.
yeah, definitely.
I'll take being the man of the house. I'll get rid of that in favour for not working.
I definitely love that. You just wake up in the morning.
Hey honey, get fucked by your wife. She goes away, makes all the money. You just clean the house for a bit and then get fucked again and then go to bed.
You just fry some bacon in the morning, hand them to your kids, and then just sort of hoover a wee bit.
Yeah.
Watch some TV.
You hang about with the kids as well. You get to smoke weed with the kids and shit. While mum's out, it's like, hey, don't tell mum. Don't tell mum. Try this.
I think it could be I think I'd definitely enjoy it, but eventually it would get to the point where it's sort of depressing. Like you're living in the same day, and
it's like working from home. I've been working from home last couple of months, and I've kind of come to the weird conclusion that I might genuinely be clinically depressed to a certain degree. It's looming and it's getting more and more obvious.
I think it's
the more and more I stay in, and like I'll spend hours outside every day just to shut it up.
I think it's just a lot of people hate not having other people to talk to, and that sort of motivation. Like if your money is just a number on a screen, then it's just not the same as when you can go out and you can spend it on real experiences.
You're not spending it on nice clothes to wear out. You're not spending it on good food and good drink to go out. You're not spending it on fun experiences. You're not spending it on holidays, especially holidays. You're not spending it on all these things. It's basically you're accumulating wealth while sitting at a fucking desk in your bedroom.
Yeah.
Just looking at that number go up and just thinking, what good is it? I would happily quit my job and just live with the rest of my money I've got. And if I have to stay in this state, I'll just quit my job. With the money I've got left, I'll just live on that until it starts back up again. I think that's what most people are thinking of. But it's also, it leaves an opportunity for growth.
Yeah.
Because you're not being tempted to spend on all these things. It gives you time on your own to develop yourself.
Yeah.
So it can go both ways. It just depends on how you treat the kind of solitariness of it. Yeah. Solitarity, you know that one.
Solitarity. Yeah.
Solitarism.
Yeah.
Solitaire.
I think we've all become super comfortable over the last year. Like we've all got our favourite pair of socks that have holes in them and a wee bit of dirt on them, and our one pair of joggies that we wear around the house.
Shower every third day.
Yeah, our favourite pair of boxers. Shave once a month.
Don't really need to use the shampoo because no one smells your hair anymore.
Yeah, I think that's the sort of comfort you get having a student life, because your student life is just wake up, your breakfast is made for you, you then go to your lecture for 2 hours, listen to some professor go on and on about something which doesn't really relate to your real life. Then you go and you have a coffee and talk to some people, then another lecture, then you're home, same meals, and I think that's sort of...
Yeah, the student life doesn't teach a good, accurate representation of real life.
Yeah.
And it's such a culture shock when students who've been living in student accommodation, especially those living in student accommodation, they don't realise that they then realise that it's not party time anymore.
Yeah.
Like you've spent your whole time getting smashed down lines, drinking, shagging all the time, and now all of a sudden, like, here's real life, here's your responsibilities, this is what you've learned.
Yeah.
Did you learn that? Were you paying attention? And then they all just go low-hanging fruit.
Yeah. I think
it's temptation.
I do want to go to further education, but just for a better career. and sort of that sort of way. But I also do want to be down to earth, so I sort of work part time doing labour. So that
Keeps you
sort of
grounded, yeah.
keeps me grounded. I understand that, like, if I'm doing something that is in a privileged position, I know I'm in a privileged position because I've been in a position that isn't privileged, so you sort of appreciate it more.
Definitely.
But if you're sort of in your house all day and it's all the same, you wouldn't appreciate different privileges you have, the heating you've got, the bed, the food.
It's like those kids that don't pay for anything.
Yeah.
And then they're like sitting there at 18, 19 years old. Like some of the cunts up here, I don't want to name names, but some of the cunts hang around the park all day with nothing to do, no job, no nothing. All they do is drink and then moan about how they have no money, but they
Yeah.
haven't done anything about it. There's obviously genuine poverty, and then there's like just blatant laziness that they blame on lack of opportunity.
Yeah, I think some people do have lack of opportunity, and that is an impact
Definitely.
on some
but
people.
not where we live.
But definitely not
Fucking
where we
hell.
live. I think
It's blatant laziness.
I think basically anyone who has a warm bed, food, and is safe is privileged. You're a privileged person. If you look at the whole world,
it's not right.
we're incredibly privileged in comparison to a lot of people.
Yeah, and if you look back a couple of hundred years ago, just smoking PCP over here, don't mind this.
Just smoking
If
crack.
you look, yeah, smoking a little bit of crack. Keep show that super hands. But no, if you look back like maybe 1,000 years ago, it was a privilege to even own a house, like
Yeah.
to not be a slave, basically.
Yeah.
Medieval people, like if you weren't being used without being paid, that was a privilege, basically.
In Glasgow, it was a privilege to have a toilet in your own house, and
Yeah.
and loads of people didn't have
Even
baths.
that was even in the 70s and 60s.
Yeah.
Like that was a privilege just to have that. You used to go to bathhouses and you all went. Your mum used to go washing the clothes in the same building as everyone else. And it's the steamies basically. That's this.
Children had it. Children used to have it really bad, like going to school in an empty stomach. A lot of them had to sort of
Yeah, it
go
was
through
between,
bins and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
it just makes. I think a lot of people don't appreciate how much we've got in our modern day.
Yeah, you go back one generation. I bet you your granddad, like, or even your dad, depends on where they're from, really. But
Yeah,
like, on their day, it's on their time at school. It was either pay for the bus home or pay for your lunch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You had to choose one. You didn't get both.
It was with my granddad. He shared a bed with like a lot of his siblings and shared one toilet and things like that. I definitely know in like the 60s and 70s, you'd have one bath and then you'd fill it up with the warm water and then share it with all of your relatives. And you'd be privileged to have that one bath to share.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people are really privileged and sort of don't appreciate it, and then still find something to moan about. You've got nothing to moan about.
If your quality of life is so high and it takes a dip down
Yeah.
to like what quality of life was 100 years ago, that'll make you feel shit. So like kids in Malawi, I don't want to underplay the whole poverty thing. But if you lived in Malawi and then like say you had a full glass of water, you'd feel fucking excellent.
Yeah,
You'd be
definitely.
like, wow, this is great. I've got like a gallon of water. Whereas somebody just walked up to you today and gave you a gallon of water, you'd be like, well, why are you giving me a gallon of water?
Yeah. Even me having this bottle and water in it just now that's clean is a privilege.
Yeah, and
you
you,
look at-
can go down the road there. There's a tap, fills
Yeah.
it up for free.
If you even look at our history, and then if you look at different places in the world, we are really privileged, and a lot of people just think take it as the norm and take it as it's just there. That's how life is. But
That's
Yeah.
not how life is. Like,
yeah,
there's materials. Like I watched Castaway last night. It made me realize like how we rely on each other as human beings. No matter if you dislike them or not, you can't hate an idea. You can't hate a creation. No matter who created it. Like say the internet was created by a Nazi, you'll still like the internet. No matter who created it, the idea isn't them. So
Yeah.
like, my point is like you rely on other human beings whether you like them or not, and
Yeah.
you rely on their ideas, and that's why to be a true valuable human being, you have to make a contribution to civilization, and being a creator is probably the most valuable, or an inventor, a creator, creative is probably one of the most valuable, but like rarest.
yeah,
Like people will go into things like music and other creative shit. They can be really useful, really innovative, or just a big waste of time.
yeah.
It really depends on whether you strike gold with it. It's a gamble.
I think that's the sort of thing we live for, is art. You know, you go home after working and you've got a movie or something like that to watch, or
Yeah, you
a
go
book
to
or
work,
whatever.
you listen to music on the bus home,
Yeah,
you go and watch TV, which is created by somebody who thought about that script. Maybe you like mixing music when you're in your fucking bedroom or
You know,
whatever. Yeah,
I can't
that's,
do
that's
that.
why I said it.
I was so.
I'll do a live stream soon, and I'll get a little live set going. I've got a mix for April coming up.
My music, I tried doing it. I put a Kanye song and an Ice Cube song.
I mean, it went alright. It's just they both had lyrics and they crossed over. It's like all about planning. You can't just DJ on the spot. You have to know your songs, and that's just one of the things that comes with it. Especially when it's all my songs on my computer and you don't know any of them. It wouldn't have come out easy. Plus, I gave you like 5 seconds worth of information.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean.
But and we had a couple of drinks as well. And but no, you were good at the guitar. You're getting good at the guitar.
Yeah, yeah, I'm trying my best, you know.
What songs? What songs you got now?
I can play Kids by MGMT now.
That's a really good song.
Which is quite good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a really good song. What else? Anything else? You can do some like Nirvana stuff, like, you know, Rolling Stones, stuff like that. Just
I can do a couple wee riffs.
Smoke
and
on the
things.
Water, usual shit. Really.
Yeah,
You should learn power chords because they can just make a single note sound way more powerful.
I know the best I've felt is watching or listening to the greatest form of art. I saw the Rolling Stones in 2017, and I can safely say that was the best night of my life. They were just incredible, and people for some reason people think that musicians just do it easily and they're born with it. It's not like that at all.
Definitely not.
It's really hard work. I think even Oasis, people think that everyone in Oasis was just getting drunk and with loads of women all the time, but
Yeah, that was
loads-
part of it, but that's not what made it.
that came after the hard work.
Yeah.
I think a problem with
You
people now is we're so privileged that the instant gratification we can get like that from a computer means that they don't take into account how much work that gratification is taking.
Yeah, people don't see the that what's behind the curtain.
Yeah.
It's like you only see the finished product. You don't see the hard work and dedication. It's like one of those guys, you know, Lil Pump. Like when he was around, people used to be like, "Oh, he was a little bitch. He made one good song and that was it." Like he still had like loads of other songs before then. He was
Yeah.
making music in high school as well. He was telling people around it. Sure, his cousin was Ski Mask, or no, Smoke Park, but still, like, it's not just that. Like, he did do a bit.
Yeah, it's not
People
as
are
if
just
he's...
easy to blame it just because they don't like it. They'll just say, "Oh, he didn't do anything for it." Just because you don't see it as a good thing doesn't mean that other people don't see it as good.
Yeah, I think it was a lot of people who criticise musicians, it's born out of jealousy. There
Yeah.
are some musicians who definitely deserve to receive it and are just sort of slaves. Like Kanye said, they sign on and they use the musical slavery and they choose to have it. And that's why you've got a lot of musicians who make songs that have the exact same catch and everything.
It's the
It's
same
really
key
fun.
and the same kind of melodies that are
Yeah.
repeated. That's a big theme as well. With pop music, they're all basically the same sounding.
Yeah, and the same progression comes through and things like that.
Yeah, same chord progressions, same stuff like that, because it's proven to work and it's proven as catchy.
Yeah. I think even people take comedians for granted because a lot of comedians, they start off doing wee shows and they keep going. And if you go and you do your first comedy show, there's no way you're going to go out and all your jokes are going to hit and you're going to get laughs. You're going to be heckled, you're going to get made fun of by other comedians, you're going to get the shit ripped out of you basically.
You're gonna get thrown off stage, everything.
And that's taken them a lot of perseverance and hard work to get there.
Especially with comedy these days, it's kind of tetchy. Like, people can take it the wrong way.
Yeah.
Especially if you touch on, you know, race, current affairs, politics. People are so quick to dismiss you because they disagree with you.
Yeah, I know.
When you disagree with someone, think about it in their position.
What I like to do when I'm discussing
what I do.
something with someone, when I'm thinking about it rationally, is I'll start talking to them and I'll find common ground. So I'll say, "Oh well, I think this, you must agree with that, and then how do we reach this?" And just come to as many agreements as possible and then slightly change it a wee bit to sort of push your point of view.
They'd be like, oh, you like politics? Yeah, democracy's great. I voted for the Nazi Party in 1936.
Yeah, it's not
Or whatever it was, 1932.
discussing things with people isn't about shouting it, because a lot of people don't have the same experiences as you, or hitting them or whatever. You just sort of calm it down, you talk to them calmly, and you get to a reasonable end, a reasonable discussion. And if they don't want to talk to you reasonably about something, don't talk to them, because that just creates divisiveness. And if everyone is together and agreeing on a lot of things, everyone is better for it, and I think the whole world's better for it. And
The sun's about to come out, the clouds are going right that way.
they're going north.
I don't know where north is.
Yeah, I'm just assuming north.
That's north, because that's the way I'm facing, that's always
Yeah.
how it works. No, this is north. And this is north now. That's the rules.
Yeah.
The world revolves around me, so does the compass. Do you want to move location?
Do you want to, yeah?
Might as well. Change it up a little bit.
I think we might talk more about Prince Philip, because he is the epitome of privilege.
And Chad.
And, well, yeah, he was a wee
And
bit...
based.
he was very
was-
based.
He was the red-pilled Omega God. Cool, right. We'll cut it off and we'll get you back in
Next location.
10 seconds. I'm kidding. 8, 7. Stop.
Scenery change.
Hashtag scenery change. We should do a panorama once this is done.
Scenery check.
Scenery check. Yeah. Where
Yeah.
were we?
Not actually sure. I think we're talking about all sorts.
Late abortion.
54th.
54
54th quarter,
Yeah.
or whatever they call
quintuple.
it. Anyway, yeah, you should get out of your house and find a nice spot and just chill for a while and just think about things.
Yeah. Vape some THC oil.
Do some crack.
Take it out smoke crack.
Yeah, this is real advice. But seriously, I think loads of people have like instant gratification and just turn on the computer and that's them happy for the next 5 hours.
Yeah.
You know,
You need a little bit of peace every now and then.
you need to get out of the house and that.
You do need to get out of the house. It's beautiful. Nature's beautiful.
Yeah,
I think we should do a mushroom picking guide. Because I know a lot about mushrooms.
I don't know very much, to be honest.
I know so much about them.
I know
Name
a
a
lot about
mushroom.
silly things.
Name a mushroom, I'll tell you everything about
I
it.
can't name a mushroom.
See, well, how am I meant to prove I know everything? Such a shame. Such a shame I know can't prove my point.
Yeah, so get out with a couple of your pals or one of your pals, whatever, on your bikes and just leave the house.
The bikes, I remember Tyler Le Creator,
Yeah.
aka one of the most overrated musicians in the world.
Make okay music, but
Makes
people
okay
act
music.
as if he's some sort
I'm
of
Tyler
god.
Creator, I'm the best cunt in the world. He's so shit. But the point is, he said, go out on your bikes with your friends, smoke a gram of that haze. Just a gram.
I thought you said go out on buy some friends and ride some
Crack.
crack.
Buy some friends and ride some crack.
Yeah, that's
Buy
a
some-
direct quote.
Buy some bikes and ride some crack.
No, he said something like buy some bikes and go out on them with your friends
Yeah,
for the summer, and then that's you having a good time, which is true.
it's so true. It's so lit.
You just
I
sort of
think
cut about.
this summer, this is definitely white boy summer.
Yeah, white boy summer.
This is misogynist summer. White cracker boy summer.
Yeah.
White ass cracker. This weather's gonna flip on us very quickly if it starts to pick up on the wind.
Yeah, it's brutal. The weather's bipolar. It's like 1 second.
Yeah, it's snowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the next it's like this. I think it's racist.
I quite like it though, because like the cold makes you appreciate the heat, and when it's like such quick succession, it does feel quite good. I quite like it.
Feels horny.
Mm.
I go as far as to say it was horny.
Any birds who have made it this long in the podcast, comment down below. Actually, anyone who's made it down in the podcast, comment. I made it down the podcast.
Yeah, if you have a vagina,
Yeah, hit me up.
it's for the analytics,
Yeah,
so we can reach gender equality.
yeah,
Nothing
definitely.
to do with our horniness. This is
Anyway,
such a
yeah.
good view though.
Go and get a bite. Go out with your friends.
Try
You'll
and
find
fix
nice
your
places.
gears.
Yeah. And don't just sit in your masturbation cave and
Masturbate.
masturbate. Yeah. You go out and have some fun.
Yeah,
with your
seriously.
friends.
If you're wanking off like daily,
Yeah, you do need to cut that out.
yeah. I realised like masturbating daily is just not normal. I thought it was normal, it's just really not.
Yeah.
Doing it every day.
Like when that's extra into your routine, there's something serious going on with you.
If you're thinking, I could fit a wank in,
Yeah.
that's not the right mentality. It's not about that. It's like, oh, I'm horny. I need to get rid of this.
Yeah, definitely. It's to clear your head,
It's
not
to clear your
it
head.
isn't
yeah.
a necessity, it's just to clear your head a wee
It's not like I need to feel good.
bit. Yeah.
Let me spend like 10-15 minutes.
And then after it you'll feel terrible.
Yeah. You do. No, well, you finish it and you go, fuck, I've got to clean this up now.
Yeah. I feel terribly about myself right at this moment. So just go out on a walk when you feel like that and just maybe message one of your friends or go
If
to
you ever need to speak about anything, then just say it.
Yeah.
Because everybody else is in the same boat.
Yeah. Don't think that you're a burden to anyone, just
Yeah, you're most definitely not.
yeah.
Especially to family.
Yeah, definitely to family.
If they're all dead, then just, I don't know, phone Childline or something.
Yeah. Find yourself a good wife.
Yeah.
A good Asian waifu and get down to
That's the
business.
best way to do it. Or I find what makes me feel good is a bit of exercise. If I ever feel like having a chug, and I think I don't really want to do this,
Just go for a walk or something.
do
yeah.
some push-ups.
Go for a walk.
Go for a walk.
Go for a jog. Go on your bike.
If it's
something.
cold outside or it's dark outside and you might get stabbed because you live in Brazil, do some push-ups in your 2x2 meter bedroom in the favelas of Brazil.
Or just go and get in a
Don't
shootout
really
with
know
the
how you're
police.
watching it.
That's even gonna.
Yeah.
You're gonna get some.
Shoot out with the cops if you're really feeling suicidal, and if it's do or die, and you're gonna die today anyway, you might as well take a couple of the piggies with you,
Yeah, exactly.
because apparently they're the enemy. The cops aren't the enemy, they're just fucking dickheads.
Yeah.
It's like they're the bad guys. Well, they're not exactly masterminds, are
If they
they?
did their job properly, the way it was meant to do, they'd be great people.
Yeah, they'd be cool and relatable, talk toable. Well, the police around here are really nice, but if you've ever been to Kelvin Grove Park, they're massive wanks.
Yeah.
Like, there's videos, like KG Report was filming the police as he does to fuck them off. And then one of them just started waving to him, and I was like, you know, you don't look cool at all, you just look like a massive fucking fanny.
you see if one of them does their job properly and they talk to people, the job isn't to escalate situations
Yep.
or become violent to people. That isn't the job at all.
It's to find the truth.
It's to calm them down and get to a real solution. And obviously, if someone's done some sort of massive crime,
Yeah.
obviously
It's not
that
about
needs
getting them
sorted
jailed.
out.
They
Yeah.
always think it's about getting them in cuffs every time, because I'm the big guy.
Yeah, every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not what it's about. The background's moving, look at it wobble. Look at the trees wobble on the camera.
Yeah, that's the sort of mad thing you get in Bonnie, Scotland.
Yeah, it's Scotland's nice to look at on a calendar, but it's not fucking warm at all. It's so
Yeah.
cold up here.
I do quite like it sometimes, but
It is nice.
Yeah.
We're on the top of a hill right now.
yeah.
We just climbed Glen.
We just climbed Mount Kilimanjaro.
No, we just climbed Dumgoyne. It took
Yeah.
us 10 minutes.
Yeah, we just cycled up the side of
Cycled
it.
up Dumgoyne.
That's
We
us up
just
here now.
we boosted through the windy roads past Hilton Golf Course, and then up past Craigton,
Yeah.
and then all the way up Dumgoyne in 10 minutes.
10 minutes time, yeah, that's all it takes.
We've
really.
got to be home for tea, so
We've cycled
better
down.
get boosting
We better
soon.
cycle down.
Better get boosting soon.
Yeah. So on that note, peace and love.
Namaste, and watch
Talk,
Paso Brand.
talk to people, listen to some good comedy, and don't seek instant gratification. Go and talk to someone and
Mhm.
be friendly to someone.
True happiness doesn't come in chemical form. You may be
Definitely.
mistaken, but it doesn't. True happiness comes from effort, and that's when the happiness stays, because it's meant to stay.
Because 95% of people are nice people and will be nice to you and will treat you well. And it's just about finding those people and relaxing and having a good time, listen to some good music, watch some good comedy, go for a walk, go for a cycle, do some exercise. Don't seek instant gratification. Have a good day. Have a good week.